Imagine if you were free. Do you know what you would do? It was autumn. I was in my garden, and I realized I really didn't know what to do. Walking back to the house, I saw the butterflies. I realized they were saying, "Psst, psst," so I stopped. Then I heard them say, "We are your friends and have a secret to tell you." So I listened closely. "You must be like us. Soon we will travel to far-off places, and so must you." And then they were gone. Well, back at the house, as you can imagine, I thought, "Ugh, too weird, butterflies talking to me." Then again, who should you listen to these days? So I started to think of where I should go, what I should do. I would need some time to figure this one out, so I went to pick up my mail in town, which is the village of Mabu on Cape Breton Island on Canada's east coast. I dropped by on my friend Mark at his wood shop.
They don't. It's for the back. It's not a brand, he's got to come up with real material.
I asked Mark about the van parked outside his shop, and he told me he had bought it. His mom had died last year, and his father wanted to see him. So Mark had decided to drive across the country to the west coast where his father lives. And you guessed it, Mark asked me if I wanted to come along. I didn't think I could make up my mind right away, so I suggested we go down to the local wharf and see if we could get some fish. Later, I dropped in on Santon. He's a macrobiotic Zen chef from San Francisco who is staying near me in a house on the coast, cooking for a Tibetan Buddhist nun for a few months.
And this is called the Instructions to the Head Cook. So this writing is about how a head cook in a monastery should conduct him or herself. So I usually read from this in the morning before I get started as some kind of guidance. And then the rest, as far as the practice, is more mindfulness. Just bring your mind back to what you're doing. But the macrobiotic part of this is more about balance. It's that when you're working, to try to balance the energies. What first attracted me to this food was that after I ate some at a macrobiotic restaurant in Oakland, and after I ate the meal, I walked out of the restaurant and I felt so light and so like this, in a real kind of in the middle, you know. I was like, wow, that was really great. I put a little bit of a cucumber in it. You get that? So this is a piece of broccoli with Phil. Yeah, people probably got one too.
So how long have you been doing cooking?
I've been cooking for about 2 years. I've been cooking for a long time, but I went to a cooking acrobatics school about 2 years ago, and that's where I think my cooking really started.
When did you stop being a therapist?
Same time.
What kind of therapy are you doing?
I was doing psychotherapy with teenage boys. Seriously emotionally disturbed teenage boys.
What's that like?
What you hear is, no, because you have to spend, I spend maybe, making a meal like this, I started this meal at 8 o'clock this morning, and so it's going to be 12:30, so it's 4.5 hours, and I'll probably spend another hour and a half on dinner. So that's 6.5, 7 hours, so most people aren't able to spend that much time cooking.
The next time I went to town, Mark was working on his van, getting ready to go. I hadn't made up my mind yet about going, but I knew I had to soon. It was becoming a complicated decision.
Do you want to hear my vision of going across Canada?
Yep.
Well, Northern Ontario is a police state. In every little town, the OPP, watches you go by, and they radio to the next
Northern
town.
Ontario.
Yeah. They radio to the next town, and the next town, the next town. Manitoba's okay. The Maritimes is fine. Quebec's fine. And then Saskatchewan and Alberta is where they train the RCMP, so they just sit out on the highway, and anybody drives by in a Volkswagen van, they stop and search, right?
Oh, I bet. I actually bet they do.
I dropped in on my friend Lisa. Maybe this would help me decide on my plans.
Ta-da!
These are the pebbles on the beach. Oops.
Want some orange juice to wash it down?
Oh. You want to come to the beach?
Alright. But this is the one I made, I was gonna wear to the hat party.
You mean Halloween?
It's been lying under the seat, lying under the couch for about a
Is
month.
Halloween the hat party?
No, that was some girl hat party over in Bedeck. But we never went because of the vegan crisis. And this is the other one, and it's going to have flowers on it.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah, sort of hard to see. I don't know, I think you need Mylar sunglasses in a yellow suit. Personally.
Me?
Everyone! Where's the stamens? But it's upside down flower, see?
Yeah, that's incredible, actually. Is that like a little label you have in it?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Oh.
It
I
says,
really like it. I think it's beautiful.
it says pinhead.
That's great. No, that's one of. I really like that one. I've never seen any of those. That's one of my favorite things I've seen you make in a while.
Uh-huh.
That's beautiful.
Well, things are gonna change. It has to be done with meditation and listening to chants and New Age music instead of flogging
You're just
yourself.
going for a walk.
Yeah, instead of flogging
Yeah,
yourself.
I agree.
I decided consulting the oracles at the beach might help me come to a decision.
And Virgo, first house, your own style of presenting, the way you present an experience yourself is like you want it perfect, you want to do it with that attention to detail and that model of perfection in mind. But the balance of that is through the partner, you can experience chaos that you don't allow to come out your own personality.
I just couldn't seem to make up my mind, and in the meantime, Mark had left without me.
There it is, McDonald's Corners. I'm within a quarter of a mile where Pinnell and I used to live. Just down this hill. There's a little dinky bridge. That was our river. Can't remember what it was called. Don and Carla's place. Lots of junk.
Things were going good in the Gas Bay. It was gorgeous. I went for a couple hikes and stuff like that, but getting towards Montreal, the old van blew up. Oh, tow truck, and we towed the stupid van around for about an hour. Got it to a gas station who could fix it. Running back and forth from Montreal to it, which was the other side of Quebec. Anyways, the thing's a piece of shit. All those VW lovers, I don't know. I ended up buying a plane ticket. This is Mark's road trip. It's turning into an air trip.
Ah, it stinks. Ah, I should have told you that the toaster doesn't work.
It doesn't pop up?
Never. We put 2 more to their death.
Okay, so what do you want on it? They're together in Jamaica, in the sense of that they're very, very comfortable. They might not be successful. Just like Cape Bretoners are. They're very comfortable in Cape Breton, but they're not necessarily successful. Is it Nova Scotia or is it like...
Yeah, oh, it's Citadel, there's Shelburne, Sherbrooke, Mabu. Ah, look at it, it's the scary guy on the hill.
Who?
Right, the way from Mabu to Black River. I think that, like Karen, she always kind of like it was funny you saying, I'm her man, like, did he use man at Cape Breton?
Yeah.
I think they really like that, having a guy out in the woods somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
They, like,
Oh, I'm not her guy in Montreal.
No.
Like she's got them.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to a park.
Yeah, we'll go down that way. So what did you do in Vancouver?
I don't know. Walked forever.
You walked from where to...
From there to here.
One day I remembered a block of wood on my father's desk when I was a child. The words engraved on it said, "When the going gets tough, the tough get going." I always thought as a child this meant taking off, so I decided it was time for me to leave and go across the country too.
My name is Mark Akbar. I live in Montreal on a tree-lined street in front of a park. It's a lovely street and I've lived here for 5 years now. Only I'm moving. Up there on the 3rd floor is where I live. And that's where I'm going to take you now. This is Neal Livingston. Could you face the camera, Neal, just for a second? He's having a little trouble staggering. This is before. Neal, before his shower. I could film this tastefully so that it...
I don't give a damn if it's tasteful or not.
All right.
You're gonna fail.
Oh no, am I going to fail the course?
You know,
I think I was on close, not wide.
in La Presse and Le Devoir.
Well, how's this? Okay, it's fogged up again.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I know it's steamy and romantic, but what happens when it fogs up? Now see, he's not shy in front of a camera, and God knows who's going to be watching. But when there's an actual female,
Yeah.
it changes the dynamics.
I'm not an actual female?
No, you are not an actual female. You are a virtual female. He's a virtual female. We can look over my shoulder, see the female point of view. I should be talking to you so you get a different sound.
That's not how you used to do them.
Never heard of it. Everybody's so excited. Coffee. I get to make coffee. For myself. There's nothing else.
Because the air in there is like a mall that hasn't had an air station for 3 months.
You made a mess.
What do you mean? Well, cooking is a messy business.
No, it doesn't have to be. Why
And
is
you
this all
clean up
safe?
after.
Yeah, this stuff is really messy. That's what it is. It's drama.
It's good drama if we have major discussions about
Did you put any seasoning in there?
our life decisions. Yes.
Did you do this?
Yes, I did do that.
Like that macro, so you should know that.
Well, I'm the crew, I guess. You're a crew. Could you cut me out?
Could I cut you out?
Yeah.
No.
It's my first screen kiss.
I think so.
It wasn't true at first. I would say you can pour this perfectly. That's really.
Correct.
I didn't want to contradict him.
So I'm on my way out the door here. Not sure I've fully introduced myself to you, but I guess that could take a while.
She don't live in no palace with black leather chairs. She's nobody's slave, nobody's whore. She never says I'm afraid. She'll tell you straight out, you wanna love me, you gotta buy the book first. You wanna love Jane, you gotta love yourself. Jane's under the influence of herself. Never, 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 never come Lady Jane. She's no lady and nobody's baby. She's nobody's baby Jane. Never call nobody's baby Jane. She's no lady and nobody's baby. nobody's baby chain. Never call nobody's baby chain a lady.
Okay, men's nipples. Why do they have them? Every single part of a woman's body performs a function or has purpose, and men's nipples serve no purpose. So, through the Darwin theory of evolution, if men were as highly evolved as women, their nipples would not be there. They would either mesh in, or they would have dropped off, or however we have evolved. And since they serve no purpose, I think this leads us to believe that women would be more highly developed than men.
You don't think Darwin was a guy? Maybe his theory was wrong?
Well, since the reason why I'm using Darwin's theory is because this is the accepted scientific explanation of human beings and life on this planet.
How about my explanation that they're kind of like a thermostat? They get, tight when it's cold and open up when it's warm?
Well, you know what? Think about it like this. You know how men and women are very different, and we seem to think differently. It's almost like women, I think, can conceive of many different things on many different levels at once. But I think men, this is a generalization and this is wrong, but can focus more on just one item at a time. And aside from all of the social reasons why women would be sort of forced to deal with more from their status in society. But I think that this theory of evolution and the nipple theory sort of proves that women are more highly developed.
I always found I could concentrate on about 5 things at once with no problem.
Really?
So what does that
I don't
mean?
know if that's, maybe you're just an exception.
Partly a woman?
Maybe you're partly a woman. Well,
But I know lots of women I find have extreme trouble concentrating on more than one thing.
Okay. I
There
could
goes
be
that
wrong.
part of the theory. Yeah.
Okay, I could be wrong
You're
here.
sort of like me.
No, you know what? Also, though, all human beings start off as women, and through a mutation turn into men.
So men are...
Mutations.
That's good.
We're in Toronto.
Pardon me?
Toronto.
Oh, okay. Why do you live here?
Why do I live here? Aside from being born here and raised here, I love the city. I do love it. It's got everything, and the summers here are great.
You ever been to Cape Breton?
No.
Been to British Columbia?
No.
You got the Ontario problem.
Yeah, maybe I do.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the
Men and
Ontario
women have
men problem, though. Maybe it's really not me. Maybe it's the Toronto women are too much for the Toronto women. How about that? Or maybe not. I don't know.
That one's got me. I left.
Well, here I am, finally at Dad's house in Sydney on Vancouver Island, in British Columbia. Everything looks the same as always, except now Mom's ashes are in the backyard. Dad and I always go for drives when we get together. So after a few hours together, we go for a drive. My dad's name is Peter, and he's in his early 70s. He grew up in London, England, and moved to Canada after the Second World War. He met my mother in Toronto. They raised 2 kids, had a dog, and a station wagon. After that, Mom and Dad moved to the West Coast in the late 1970s.
There's the brain. Right there.
It's David.
And you know, right up in here, right up in there, you know what the scientists have found right in there? Yeah, that you have to look with chemicals to do this. They found little bits of metal called magnetite. Can you say that?
Magnetite.
And they think that this is now their built-in compass. See that spot right there?
Now, the scientists think that that now is a spot that helps them smell. And they can smell so well, they can tell the difference in the smell of the river here to the smell of the river downstream. And that's how they know to return to almost where they were born to spawn in the river.
Resting a bit, I guess.
I noticed that Dad smells like Dad. I must smell familiar to him too.
Withers are about 6 or 8 seeds in one pod.
Yeah.
A friend of mine who moved out to the West Coast and returned east several months later said that the reason for his coming back was the mountains were well defined, but the people weren't. I wasn't so sure that I would find things like this at all, so when Mark, who was formerly of Montreal, who was now of Vancouver, picked me up at the airport, I thought I should check this out at the clinic of my old friend, John Smith.
I've known John since 1974, when he used to live in Halifax.
This was forgotten on the shelf and it's not cookable.
What happens to all these pizza crusts?
I had a thing.
What happens to all these pizza crusts? What was your name? I didn't get your name.
Hot, luscious babe.
Hot Luscious Babe.
I'm planting trees because my grandpa, great-grandpa, dad, and brother have cut them all down. And
How can you...
I'm planting them now so that my nephew can be a logger.
Cool. That's good. That's good. I like that one. Good.
So is that what you call the sort of holistic approach to tree farming?
Tree farming. No.
So do
What
I
are you
sense,
focusing on, young man?
do I sense
I don't trust these guys.
do I sense a certain contradiction
What's
between
going on with this camera?
do I sense a contradiction between
asking
your
me questions, and I'm supposed to think he's like concentrating on the answer. Hey?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, what
was that? Yeah.
Hey, we don't have sexist camera work around
I'm
here.
not saying sexist.
Hey,
I'm
we're
saying
talking.
a horny camera is going on
We're
here.
talking shoulders up. We're talking shoulders up.
Everything, both the mountains and the people, seemed very well defined to me. But I was having trouble deciding if this was really freedom, or even the type of journey the butterflies had suggested, so, after a while, I was happy to head home.
My socks are bothering me. I've had to adjust my skates. I've lost sight of the people I'm skating with. I couldn't be happier. Oh, there they are.
My dad retired when he was 68. He was a tool and die maker for over 50 years. Now he has a small wood shop in his home, and he helps me by cutting out the rough forms for the wooden spoons I'm making.
Well, there's no denying it. I guess I'm addicted to this work business. One thing I did figure out, though, is when I was out shopping for this wood, I bought a bunch of wood the other day. That's where I have the most fun. I like buying the wood. I like having it, you know, buying boards, feeling boards, picking them up, smelling them. Boards, just the boards. And then when I have to work on them, that's a drag. Or, I don't know if it's a drag, but it's the anticlimax for sure. So, making spoons, thought this was a better way to go than going to work in Vancouver. I would have had to move in there and live in a rat's nest. Just being in the city, I don't know. Wouldn't have done it. Couldn't have done it.
Sure. He's taking my picture.
Yeah, he is.
I hope I look as good as what
He
you
says
think I
You
do.
look great.
He said,
I can enhance your looks too if you want to. If you want to even
Okay.
look scrumptious.
Take care, eh?
He said, I wanted to get a picture of the awful Dodger. Now, what did he mean?
Well, he's got one. Okay.
How are you, Myrtle?
Pretty good.
Good. Very good.
Gotta keep going, gotta keep walking.
Oh, yeah.
That's cold this morning.
Yeah, it is.
Hey?
Yeah.
Not as much frost as yesterday morning though.
There's no frost, hardly any.
Was
It's
yesterday.
just cold wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're partying tonight?
No.
No?
Why not?
No, I haven't partied for about 10 years.
Did Wally not ask you over to have a few beers and stuff? Because
What she wants.
he's a drinker. I mean,
Get out of here.
you have to keep up to him.
The partier is.
Oh, man, is he ever. Yeah.
I never was much of a party person.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'll put my radio on and listen to the New Year coming in. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to
Happy
you.
New Year.
To you now.
Here he goes. Look at that. He's revving it up real good. He's doing good there. Oh, breaking a little bit of ground. bouncing. Look at those shocks. Take that thing, and yes, it's good. And we're off. Listen to the sound of that 300 horsepower motor taking us up this side of this mountain. Just passed a sign saying caution, speeding logging trucks. Maybe we'll see one. There he is. More of the same. Nice little flora and fauna.
My ears scream for silence.
My ears scream for silence.
Everywhere there's sensation. I have to go swimming in a pool to get exercise.
I just want to walk.
I just want to walk through the bush.
Let the colors caress me.
Let the colors caress me.
I need the quiet.
I need the quiet, free from people.
This isn't a desperate cry.
This isn't a desperate cry.
I just want to go home now.
I just want to go home
So, Mark, you're back?
No, I'm going away.
You're not? Okay, Brenton. Well.
I didn't really get too far up in the air, did I?
You could try again.
The purity of it.
Were you happy to get home?
Yeah, really happy.
Well, I got back.
Uh-huh.
It was wonderful. Life kind of has continued to go like this, so now I'm trying to keep it like that. And I had a wonderful time.
What is this, like spring fever or something like that, with that openness there? Is that it? Like?
I don't know, it started happening in November. Would you call it spring fever?
Well, you're desperately seeking love. I don't know.
Oh, love's
maybe
everywhere.
not desperate.
Wherever I went, there was love. Wherever I went, I felt at home. The whole world just felt like my home. It was a really nice trip. I'm desperately seeking things?
Yeah, desperately was not the word, I guess. But it was like every time you see me, it's like, is there a new woman in my life? And I would say no, and you say, well, there's something, you know.
When you came back, did you expect to be seeing your girlfriend who you saw before you left?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't. Not to the same intensity, you know, like sleeping together or anything like that. But I wanted to see her more than what we're doing now. Which I've only seen her twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty weird.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the last 6 years I barely had a postal code, you know, or like a post office box. You know, I just barely existed here.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
You know, I was just floating around. I didn't know what. I didn't know what I was up to, so I guess now you call it home, and yeah, I want to do some things in a more serious way or a more intact way. Now that I'm caught in this corner.
What is it that you want? Or what is it that I want? Can you find it on a journey? Or maybe a couple of months every spring working in the maple woods? Or where you live and work? Is there a certain combination of elements? Or a certain dimension of the self? Or is it nature's patterns or spirit that starts life anew? Anyways, it's nice to be home again, and I can't wait to see the butterflies when they come back soon. Mark's life has returned to normal too. He has another vehicle, which he is already fixing up, or should I call it repairing? It's hard to tell which. And you never know. Maybe he'll ask me to go on a trip with him again sometime.